This is Quid Pro Roll, a fantasy narrative play where adventurers explore the brave new world of Virion and uncover the mysteries buried by time.
After agreeing to go to the ruins of the town of Murcona and potentially face whatever horrors are there to recover the artifacts, you can hear the air quotes, for Callien of the bandit squad.
The Bahama Bandit Bureau.
The Bahama Bandit Bureau, yes, the BBB. They top you up with water and food and general supply before sending you out to the south. You're going to be traveling for a little bit. About a day or so passes when you finally feel like you have gotten far enough away that you don't have eyes on you everywhere you go. It is at this point, finally, in the middle of the day in the desert heat, that you guys have stopped for a moment to eat and rest before heading on, that you feel, for, the exception of the company around you, alone.
This sucks.
Which part particularly?
The blackmail,
Yes.
having to go off course for the potential of a shortcut.
Mm-hmm.
Having
And
no
it's
idea-
hot.
Yes, and it's hot. I don't like that.
I will admit, not keen on the weather, not keen on being given additional tasks while trying to simply travel through a region. It doesn't hurt to have the favor of an attractive woman who happens to command an entire legion of bandits, though, right?
I have a feeling that you are absolutely going to have that wretched woman in your past soon.
Is she...
Which wretched woman am I going to have in my past?
At least one.
To be fair, I think she might be the first woman I've seen in all of my home who is shorter than Drosna.
Oh, that's true. Well, there was that one little old lady. She was very cute and very small.
Good point.
Drosna purses his lips and tries very subtly to stand even straighter and more upright. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure that has nothing to do with it.
Or maybe it's that he has a thing for blondes.
Oh, could be.
Bloodthirsty blondes. Oh.
I do not appreciate this line of inquiry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm simply saying, I think it's worthwhile to consider we're all in a foreign land and can use whatever friends we can get our hands on.
Ooh, don't like the wording of that. Wow, you really walked into that room and got hungry, huh?
More like thirsty, but yes. So, as you guys are having this conversation, you hear a soft sound, almost soothing sound, the sound of sand being poured like water, as if someone was swimming through it.
Blades out.
It disappears after a moment.
The hell is that?
Sand hag?
Is that something that exists?
No.
So we would be discovering a new variety of hag, is your first conclusion.
Yes. Which, exciting.
There's a thing I've heard of, but never seen, which I think could be here, because it seems like, how sometimes someone tells you a story in a bar, and you're like, I think you're aggrandizing this a little bit, but I think the nugget of truth at the center is plenty horrifying?
Yes.
Ever since we entered this desert, I have been fully convinced that we are going to encounter the creature I heard of in that bar. Are you familiar with the concept of an ant-eater? Sorry, ant-lion.
While you were having this conversation, roll for notice.
Do you mean a griffant lion?
A what?
Yeah, a griffant lion. I got a +6.
+5.
Also a +6.
Okay.
The greatest notice roll Drolsna's ever had.
You all are over here, like, locked in. So, as you all are having this conversation, you are going to turn because what you see cutting through the sand appears to be some kind of fleshy dorsal fin before it disappears back into the sand.
Hey, gotta say, just Jenna here, don't like the term fleshy dorsal fin.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
Yeah.
All right, that's not the thing I'm trying to be alert for. That's something else horrifying.
Hey, GM Alex, can you go a little bit deeper in that? What's that flesh look like? Is it like translucent and pale and veiny underneath? Is it like thick and blubbery?
When I say fleshy, there is no better way to describe the strange, bulbous, pulsing purple flesh that this dorsal fin is made of. It looks almost segmented and like, well, not an insect, it's certainly not shelled, but that kind of rubbery worm-like shape.
Oh. Scott over here throwing up the big X's like, stop. No.
But it has this segmented earthworm-like quality to it before it disappears back under the sand.
Is that the antlion?
I do not know what the hell that is, but I do not like it, and the speed with which it's moving through sand is deeply troubling to me. We should split apart at least 5 paces.
What do you mean?
Jenna, roll for dodging.
Oh, God. What would that be? Athletics?
Yeah.
+4.
+4.
Ooh.
Vera, as you are saying this, you immediately feel something like coursing under your feet, and instinctively you leap back before this enormous worm-like thing jumps out of the sand, its lamprey-like mouth landing right where you were. It's going to turn, looking around before you notice it is eyeless. It's going to then dig itself back into the sand, and you can see it beginning to rotate, like it begins to swim in circles around you, around Asuka, around Drolsna, around your whole party.
What does the landscape look like, GM?
You are in pretty much just flat sand. Not as far as the eye can see, but the closest thing that you've got that is not just loose sand is going to be this really hard patch of clay and rock with some sad little bits of grass growing out of it, not too far to your left.
So we can't tremors this.
It is loose sand. If you try to do too much, it's going to cause you problems more than it'll cause this worm problems.
Damn.
All right, everybody roll initiative.
Oh, man.
Five. Yes, Joshua.
My dice are a perfect net neutral.
Oh no.
So 0?
No, I have a 3 to notice, so I get a 3. I'm looking at my dice. I've got a 2, 2 4s, and a 5. I'm like, come on.
Vera?
So average.
2.
All right, order's going to be Asuka, Drolsna, Worm, then Vera.
Okay. Well, fortunately, gang, there's not enough rocks around here for me to use rocks. Is the sky clear? Is there wind?
It is a completely open blue sky.
Okay. Is there any wind?
Not really. Like, there's the kind of gentle breeze that always happens somewhat around a desert, but there's not, like, intense wind.
Ooh, I don't know if I have enough element to mantle anything. Asuka will leap over to that hard patch of earth, that clay, and will pulse down into the earth with his second sight, looking for how many of these things are down there. Like, is this a swarm? Is it just the one?
It appears to be just this one, but it is large.
Oh, big boy, big chunky man.
According to my notes, anaconda-size intestine looking.
Oh. Somehow that's worse than the description of the dorsal fin. Alright, Asuka doesn't have a whole lot to work with, but he's going to at least attempt to mantle. Asuka will spend the fate point and he will incant. One pebble begins the avalanche. As one we move the mountain. Stone, roar with me.
The roar is a little bit more of a meow as the rock and clay kind of climb up in this thin facsimile of rock armor. You have mantled it, but it is not the elemental force and power that you would sort of hope.
Just sort of like
it's usable, but not powerful.
The equivalent of like a...
The equivalent of... Yes, the equivalent of Jimmy Neutron's buddy.
Carl Weezer.
Asuka's going to do his best and just try to rip apart some of the sand over this thing, expose it as best he can.
You're going to see it kind of recoil from the sun and desperately try to like wiggle back into the nice, comfortable, not in the sun.
Okay. Will a +4 be enough to give us an advantage?
Yes.
Okay, then I have created an advantage. That's my turn.
All right. That's for you, Dralsna.
There's a brief moment of like slack-jawed as Asuka mantles Earth, and then he shakes himself out of it, takes both blades, seeing the opportunity that's been opened for him, leaps over the creature, and just does a driving strike down into it. Another net neutral roll, but thankfully I have a +4 to fight. Plus the shift.
Advantage.
The advantage shift that Asuka created, giving me a total +6.
Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of bodily stress on that one. You hear it let out this soft, keening cry, this almost too small sounding for how large of a thing it is, but it's going to roll in a way that reminds you a little bit of an alligator death roll. And then I'm going to need you to roll an athletics to dodge.
I would actually like to roll in athletics to ride the death roll. We cannot forget that I am a swamp boy.
It's sand, not water!
It doesn't need to be water. A death roll's a death roll.
Dralsna's gonna get concussed.
I'm rolling athletics.
With a +2?
Alright. 2 things. Thing number 1. I rolled +1, plus my athletics is a +4.
Plus the advantage.
With my extra stronger and faster, I have 1 positive shift for a +6. If you're giving me advantage as well, I have a +8.
So you are going to be able to hold on through the death roll, through the sand. Ow! But you're going to notice that the death roll was to get its mouth tilted upwards towards the sky, where with a bubbling, rumbling, kind of too many drinks at the frat house kind of gurgle, it begins belching up stomach acid as if it was a beautiful town fountain.
If I may, since I got a +8 on my athletics, as Dralsna notices the mouth going towards the sky, he calls out, "Watch yourselves, she's getting ornery!" to basically advance warning to ideally give an advantage on not getting bit and or spewed on.
All right, so the spew is an area attack that's going after all of you for a 5.
Oh my god.
The spew shoots up, and Asuka just barely manages to catch a big splash of it on a wall of sand that quickly soaks it up, kind of like cat pee and baking soda on your stairs.
When the acid hits it, it's going to start melting through the sand and turning it to this translucent purple glass.
Oh. A bit of it will splash past that barrier, though, and hit him kind of just on the edges of the arms. Ow. Man, that hurt. And he'll take a stress.
Wow, really selling the pain on that one. Owie.
He's mantling Earth.
Vera?
Vera manages to dodge the majority of what is coming at her, but as she gets to the very edge, she does have a bit splash up on her, we'll say leg region. Lower leg. Eating through her pant leg.
As Drolsna is like holding on, kind of using his blades for traction, he folds them back towards himself on the back of this creature and is holding on as the death roll happens. And then as the acid splash comes out, he tries to hold himself closer to the body, hoping that the spray will go out and away like a fountain. And he ends up just catching flecks of it on his shoulders and back.
And that will bring us to Vera's turn.
Okay. Vera is, as she feels that acid eat at her leg, she's gonna sort of draw herself up and unsheath her blade. Like, these are my favorite traveling pants, and run at this creature. And she's going to get a good slice.
So you're gonna get a good, powerful slice. Careful not to accidentally hit Drolsna.
Yeah, since she has a +6 there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Otherwise, Drolsna's just a casualty of war. Casualty of pants war. All right, that will bring us around to Asuka once more.
Okay. Asuka will sort of dreamily peer over the edge. You guys okay in there?
Yeah, we're fine, Asuka. What are you looking at?
Worm. Worm.
What's wrong with you?
He's stoned.
That's the joke.
Hit it!
Drolsna hanging on still to the back of this worm is like, oh, she's a rowdy one! Ooh!
Seeing that, Asuka will plop down on the ledge above where the two of them are fighting the worm, and with his legs dangling over the side, he will just sort of clap his feet together, and two hard-packed sandstone fists will pop out from either side and just punch into this worm. It's cocked.
Worm punch.
Asuka, punch!
It's an 8.
It's an... Oh, please narrate.
Wait, actually, Alex, would my extra feat, speaker for the world, +2 when using the corresponding element of a nation while in that nation,
Yes.
work here?
Yes, it would.
That's a 10.
Please narrate. The end of this worm.
2 fists of sandstone burst forth from either side of the crevice that they're all in, opening up with a crack of rock splitting, and grip right around the worm's throat, and with a kind of like squishing noise, stop it from rolling, holding it in place perfectly for Drolsna and Vera to just start wailing on it.
It's like that bit in K-pop Demon Hunters where they're just like stabbing down repeatedly.
Drolzna grabs one of the hands and kind of swings himself up on top of it and uses the extra, leverage and vantage to just start, both hands, like praying mantis claws, just stab, 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 stab.
The thing falls limply and begins, well, not intentionally, but the way that it hits the ground, the sand begins to fill in the space that it left and bury it underneath the sands of the Bahama Desert.
Oh, I bet that would have been good eating.
Don't even. Do you see the burns?
Well, I'm not going to go dig it up. You simply have to be careful not to rupture the acid sac as you're, working your way around to the meaty sections.
Don't.
Aren't, grubs, mostly bacteria?
Well, grubs are, but this is a worm.
Grubs are actually mostly protein. But,
Really?
Asuka, we need to talk about what's going on right now.
We won.
What is this?
Yes, I am familiar with you being able to do some sort of weird wind thing, but this is not a weird wind thing. This is rocks.
I told you I can do a couple of these. Just one moment, and he will disperse his mantle and kind of shake himself. Oh, I don't like that one. Ugh.
Ooh, I don't either.
Yeah, no, I told you last night I can do a couple of those.
It's not necessarily the rocks. It's more... I didn't feel like you were very present during that fight,
Yeah. That's stone. I explained this last night. I channels through my body. That has an effect.
Drolzna sighs and hangs his head and sheathes. He wipes off his blades with the sand briefly, and then he sheathes both of them, and he goes, "So you're saying the problem is when you channel the rocks, you become too grounded?"
I guess. I would say more careless would be proper.
Definitely careless. We also have a new problem. Drolzna, did you just clean your blades with sand?
Well, just, to get the blood off. I'll give them a proper oiling and treatment when we camp.
Thank God, because that grit cannot be good for them.
Well, depends on how you apply the grit, but yes, I generally get your point.
Leaving the corpse of the worm behind, you continue your travels towards the ruins of Murcona. Night falls, day breaks, night falls, day breaks, and the journey is relatively serene, for lack of a better term, and notably wormless. You're going to come up on the edge of the Bahama Desert onto a cliffside that looks out over what you can only assume to be the ruins of Murcona. What must have once been a very charming small town lies in ash and splinter and rubble. Something happened to this town, but you notice no spikes, no strange rock formations. And you notice that whatever happened, based off of the weathering and wear, happened quite some time ago. From the distance, there seems to be kind of a fog that settles in around the town. Unnatural looking in the wake of all of this sun and desert. In my restless dreams, I see that town.
I know, I was going to say, this looks awfully a lot like this place near this lake named Toluca.
Vera, do you want to pop this scroll and check over what, I guess, the grocery list that we were sent here to get. I'm going to try to scout whatever that is out. And I'll hand you the scroll.
Just be careful. Don't go far.
Well, I'm not physically going far.
Oh, cool. All right. And she's going to open up the scroll.
As you pop open and look at it, it's very small. Calling it a scroll is almost generous. There are 3 things that are written in sort of a scribbled, messy handwriting. And it gives you the description of 3 things. A description of a locket made of a somewhat tarnished silver. The description of a dagger made in a traditional Myhonian design. There's a small, crude sketch of it. And then finally, the description of a fairly simple ring. She writes down indications of where it would probably be in the town. But you notice that they all seem to be roughly in the same place.
All right, so we've got 3 objects. It's pretty important to suss out, do we want to split up and get an object apiece? Or do we want to go place by place?
I assume we're raiding a childhood home. Splitting up probably won't do us that much good until we're inside. And the woe hag could theoretically be anywhere.
What is a woe hag?
What is a woe hag?
I am not deeply familiar with them, but when you spend as much time hunting undead as I do, you do learn some things. It's a sort of... Them being called hags is a little bit of a misnomer. They are essentially a collection of spirits, particularly aggrieved ones, that are very irritated. It's as if a group of spirits formed a union, and all of them combined their power to become one very powerful spirit.
Oh.
I've never fought one myself because, typically speaking, I'm sent in to deal with physical threats, not spiritual ones.
So there's like a gestalt consciousness.
I don't know what that means.
Don't worry about it.
There is a chance that in my more canine form, because of the way the blood curse works, I'll have a better grip on the spiritual world. But it's not... Every time we've been sent to deal with something that turns out to be spiritual, I've had someone on my team that is significantly better at handling such matters than I.
Well, I can't say I know ghosts very well. They mostly just showed up in my house and started screaming. Outside of that...
Casual lore drop. Casual horrific lore drop.
Outside of that, I haven't really had a whole lot of interactions. But... we'll see what's in there, I guess.
No. You do not get to just say ghosts showed up in your childhood home and screamed at you, and then we casually move along. That's not how this works.
I've never even seen a ghost. You had him just come to you.
Yeah. No, I said I hate ghosts. Did you think that this was just like, oh no, they're so scary? I'm not scared of ghosts. I'm just irrationally angry with them. I guess rationally angry, because again, they kept waking me up like every night from the ages of like 15 to 17, always with these ghosts.
Why 15 to 17?
I don't know. I mean, they showed up outside of that range, but like that specific range was like, there was a lot. There was a whole lot going on. I did not sleep well.
And they were just scream in like a horror sense, as like they were terrified of something, or
No,
like an
they would come in and they would-
scream, or were there
No.
words?
They would come in and they would say something like, "On the morrow of the next eve, you will be betrayed by the one you love most," which is like code for you need to break up with your girlfriend. It was all completely
Well,
inane stuff.
but was it... Did it... Should you have broken up with your girlfriend?
I mean, yes. Yes, I should have. That was a bad time.
Guys, there is a spooky, ruinous ghost town under the cliff you guys are standing on. Now is not the time for r/relationships.
We're getting there.
Voice in the sky, we're going to get to that. Your experience with ghosts sounds like most people's experience with elderly people in their town.
Yeah.
Except speaking in portents instead of just saying the thing they want to say, which, let me tell you, old people, incredible
But-
at doing.
You don't have to tell me. No, ghosts at night, old people during the day. It was constant. It was constant. It was a
All right.
terrible teenage
So-
years.
I know. Ghosts. We're unpacking this later because I just want to, I don't know, I want to see a ghost and then I want to know why they were telling you all these things. But
I want to know too.
all right. So here's the thing. We are, if anybody knows what I should be looking out for, that would be great. But we're going to go into this town. We're going to go place to place all together. Grab the things. We're going to leave, skedaddle, go back to bandit camp, hand off stuff. Sound good?
Yes.
Yes. If my recollection and understanding is even close to accurate, which, again, I've never fought one of these for myself, we're looking for a large, sort of ragged, cloaked sort of creature. It's going to look essentially like a large humanoid wearing tattered clothing and garment that hangs loosely from its figure. It is not going to have one face, because they do not have one face. And it is going to be incredibly aggressive to any living creature. When our bandit queen friend Callien was talking about how this town is a graveyard, this town cannot be anything but a graveyard while this creature remains here.
Oh. Maybe I shouldn't scout ahead with the wizard magic eyeball.
There is a chance that's something I'm completely unaware of. Can they detect magic by itself? I don't know. I know that they are capable of, within a certain distance, detecting life force. If they detect life force, they come to snuff it out.
All right, so if we even see something that looks vaguely humanoid, we're already dead. Got it.
Well, not dead. We're more capable than rats and small fuzzy creatures and those sorts of things. We can defend ourselves. It will try to make us dead. That I will grant. And the how of that I don't really know. I'm hoping it's not one of those soul-sucking creatures. Those are always such a nuisance to deal with.
What?
Yes, they grab your face and then they try to draw your life force out of your body into their body
What?
so that your everlasting spirit may become one with their everlasting spirit. It's, frankly, a lot of commitment and kind of gross to do without consent.
You guys, we can just leave.
No, we did not walk 2 days in the wrong direction to leave when we arrive. We're going in.
You had 2 days to tell me that there were soul-sucking, life-force-stealing things, and you didn't.
Well, I don't know that this is one of those. It could be. It could be. It's more...
Let's just go.
Asuka,
Yes. Voice in the sky.
a compel is offered to you. You can feel in the misted visage of the town below you, there is a feeling drawing you to it. Something more metaphysical seems to be calling to you in this space. You can see, but for a moment, the reflection of the moon in the fog.
Oh, damn it. I think we're supposed to clear this place out.
Well, then we should prepare ourselves appropriately and do everything we can. Did anyone bring holy water by chance?
Does holy water kill ghosts?
Well, you imbue water with enough godly divine energy, and yes, it can do quite a bit of harm to ghosts. They are creatures of the afterlife, after all. All right. I do not have a knack for this, but I'm going to try to do something that my father showed me many, many decades past. Drolsna pulls out his canteen and he puts it on the ground in front of him. And he kneels down in front of it and he puts both of his hands over it. O Nynaeve, thou of most beautiful countenance, thy lover of all things, greatest and most wondrous in all the lands. We require aid in dealing with a force that brings only darkness and sorrow to this town. I beseech upon thee, fill this water with the love you have for all of your people, that we may purge this place of the evil and ugliness within.
Do you have a religion roll that you could do for me?
I don't think religion's a stat.
Anything is a stat in Fate.
It'd be lore.
Yeah, so
I
roll
have
lore.
zero
for me.
lore.
Do you have any aspects that you could add to this?
No. No aspects. Can I spend a fate point to get a positive shift to this?
Of course.
All right. And I will spend, because this is important to me, I will spend the fate point. Drolsna will really and truly invest himself into this prayer. And he'll end up with a +3.
You can hear the soft sound of crystalline bells and the laugh of a woman. So you pick up the canteen and open it with a... It smells of perfume.
I'm not going to lie. I was not certain that I had enough favor with her for this to work. But thank you very much, my lady. That is an incredible boon you have given to us.
Of the goddesses I was expecting Drolsna to invoke, Nynaeve was not in my top 5. Like, Drolsna invoking any other god would have like been like, yeah, okay, cool, you know, that makes sense. But like, Nynaeve, the goddess of love and beauty, is not the one I would think he was going to turn to.
Asuka will turn to Vera and kind of whisper, Did he say his dad taught him that one?
He sure did.
What did his dad do?
Bro, I don't know.
Vera, bring me your blade.
Okay. And she's gonna walk forward, unsheath her blade.
Drolsna takes it is a surprisingly nice handkerchief from a breast pocket inside of his jacket. And he takes it out and he puts some of the perfume onto the handkerchief, and then he runs it down the length of the blade.
As the holy water is spread on Vera's sword, it begins to shift in the way that the light hits it, transforming almost from a metallic blade to a crystalline one. Though when the sword is turned, no longer in the light, it looks normal.
Ooh.
Her blessing is not permanent, and also is tied to beautifying of things. We cannot cause further destruction while we are in this town. We will need to be very delicate, very gentle. We are looking to improve the condition of the area around us, not destroy it further. If we lose her grace before we fight this creature, we will be up a creek without a paddle.
Vera's brow goes completely flat, and her glasses, like, you can't see her eyes through the glasses, they're just like reflective, and she, like, mouth flat, and she's like looking at both of them alternately.
Yeah, I was sitting there, it's like, it has to be focused on beauty and the maintenance of beauty, says the guy who's got, like, no skincare routine, doesn't brush his hair, looks like Pigpen half the time, says to Vera, who is moisturized, combed, in her lane, her outfits are ironed.
I want to be clear about something. Drolsna is not directing this at Vera. Drolsna is stating this aloud for the group.
Yeah, and Vera is looking at the group like, wow, you guys are really gonna go through and not break stuff?
After coating both sides of Vera's blade, Drolsna then takes the same delicate process and applies it to his own two blades. He does not resheath them once they are blessed.
With the marshals equipped with blades blessed by the goddess of beauty, and the non-marshal generally probably being okay given the lack of non-magical attacks.
She's gonna catch these hands. Give me a little splashy like some hand sanitizer.
Just punch with damp hands. This is what I call the wet willy. Pooh!
Actually, to that point, Drolsna perks up a little bit. He's like, actually, that's not a bad idea. I should provide the rest of this to you.
Why?
Because you are capable of managing various liquids in a variety of ways. Also, it's not exactly like I'm going to get a lot of opportunity in a scuffle to reapply this.
Wait. Okay.
With the plan casually taped together and glued with craft glue sticks, construction paper, and a little bit of glitter that goes everywhere, you all begin your slow slide down the cliffside to reach the town of Murcona. The mists reach out almost like fingers and envelop the three of you. And everything outside the borders of the town disappears into a white void.
Quid Pro Roll is an independent narrative play podcast supported by Richmond Comix and listeners like you. Our audio editing and sound design is provided by Scott Moore. Our soundtrack design is by Scott Moore and Gabriel Perez. Our GM and world builder is Alex Smith. Asuka is played by Luke Davis. Vera is played by Jenna Garrett. Drolsna is played by me, Josh Maltby. Links to our cast and crew's socials, as well as our Patreon page, can be found in our show notes. Thank you for listening to the end, and go out there and bring the action.
All right, so the spew is an area attack that's going after all of you for a 5.
Oh my god.
Also, these descriptions. Are we sure this is not a horror podcast? I don't know how I'm going to make audio to this.
Blah.
I can't work with that.
The
I'm going to leave that in just to freak out.